Alright everybody, welcome back to the final episode of Axis Season 5. I know this is kind of out of nowhere and everything, and I haven't played for a while, but seeing as Axis is resetting when 1.16 Spigot comes out, which would be in probably a week or two, I figured I'd make one last video just to kind of send off and say a few things I wanted to say. Um, First off, I had an episode that I was going to make, and I had like this top section built, and I was also going to do like the second floor and stuff back here, like in here and over here. But I never really, I kind of lost my motivation because, I have issues with taking on projects that are maybe a bit uh, too large. So, also in the scrapped episode, I built the gift shop, which is this room back here that I left unfinished for so long. And it's really nothing special. It's just kind of like a bunch of just items and trinkets laid out around on little desks and tables. I'll just walk around so you can kind of see what it looks like. It was a cute build, and I actually really enjoyed building this one in my test world. But now that things are changing, I don't really see a reason to keep working. So yeah, that was probably one motivational reason. But anyways, I just thought I'd say some things and also send it off. I am going to actually, before I say anything, I'm going to show you guys what the second floor is going to look like, because I have it in my testing world, and I just really never got around to building it. Alright, so here we are in the testing world version of my tower. Ignore that. Um, so yeah, this is what it was supposed to look like. As you can see, there's paintings and stuff. I don't know if I remembered to ever finish the paintings, but I have paintings here. This hallway here, this is what it was going to look like, and here I have like a little grandfather clock, and the elevator was going to be here, so that's what this hallway was for. But once the elevator moved, I didn't really have a purpose for this space, so I kind of just had this hallway here. I didn't know what to do with it, so it kind of just exists now. And then if we come down here, you can see that there was a lot of red and spruce, a lot of inspiration from a building I saw in Spawn once. Here's the elevator room. You've seen that before. But yeah, this is a nice build. I'm actually really pleased with it. Nothing over here. I didn't know how to end this because it wasn't really lined up very well. And then over this way, took me several different design iterations to get this hallway right, but I think I found a nice balance. I got this nice little chess table, so this is supposed to be at this outside window, looking like this. Also, this is what the sides were supposed to look like. I never built the sides. But yeah, and then windows coming down here. Really nice open view of the sun. There would have not been a mountain here. In the survival world, there is currently a small mountain there, but I would have removed that, so you'd have a view of the iceberg and the ocean out that way. And then in here is the bar that I never built as well, and this build was actually really fun to design. I'm kind of sad that I never got to finish it, but a lot of brick and some dark oak on the walls to kind of mix the colors up a bit. More flowers and stuff, tables, paintings. I got some bar stools here made with scaffolding and carpet. So that's a pretty simple build. And then here's the bar itself, which is accessed from this trap door. And I just kind of got like a bunch of random things. A little chest for storage. We got some brewing stuff here. We've got two smithing tables, which currently don't have a purpose, but I thought they kind of looked like some kind of bottle storage, so I decided to put that in there. We've got a smoker here, and then we've got this weird machine. I don't know, I just thought this kind of looked bar-like. And it kind of works if you're out here and looking in. Like that, you wouldn't say this is not a bar, like in Star Wars they have like a thingy that looks kind of like that, so it works, I guess. Yeah, we've got tables set up, little booths over here, and regular chairs for groups of people. We got the corner over here for like illegal activities where you like hide in the corner and talk about dirty things, all the drug money stuff. and that would actually connect right back into the main room here. So that's what this would have been. This would have been the entrance to the bar. And you can kind of you can really get a picture for what I was going for in this room, because this room is very nice. I like it. And maybe in the next world I will build something similar to this, or maybe exactly this, because I am planning on maybe using this build. So we'll see what happens to it. But yeah, so you can see that through the windows. And I have actually a third floor planned that never happened. So there's no elevator for it, but you're gonna get a really good picture of what it's like. So here's the third floor. Anyways, this is like a cafeteria or maybe like a high class restaurant of some kind. I don't know. I just wanted to go for something more of a restaurant look, because I don't really have, aside from the bar, nowhere for people to eat. So you've got some nice outdoor porch seats up here that would have looked out, of course, into like a bay area with the docks that would have been here, but I never built that either. And so yeah, and that's the same on this side as well, just mirrored. And then we've got these little couple chairs and this upper ring with this fancy skylight looking thing, which you would have gotten to up these stairs. And there are a couple more seats for two with windows. So this kind of gives you an idea of what this would have been like. And above this floor, oh, I actually did have one thing planned over here that I never did, even in my testing world. But this was going to be a large open doorway, probably to a kitchen maybe, but I don't really know what was going to go here. But anyways, then up above this would be the rooftop, and I had all this like equipment set up here. Like this is supposed to be like a fan or a radiator. This is like wiring for the lights, because if you come down here, like this is the sky dome with this ring of lights, and there's like a slab underneath all of the lights down here. So that was just kind of like a neat thing. I thought that added some detail. And then of course we've got the rows on the front because it's the red antrose, and I've added some more windows you can see up at the front, and I think that just really completes the build. And it's a shame that I never got to finish any of this. But anyways, I'm gonna hop over back to Axis to finish the conversations and whatnot that we are needing to have regarding next season. Alright, so as I wander around spawn here just for a bit, I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the stuff I want to do in the next season, and things that I have learned to do and not do. So, first off, one of my biggest new goals that I'm going to set for myself is to make smaller goals, because the one thing that I've learned from this season and the last season is that I build way too big. Like, I get myself into things I probably shouldn't be doing, because like, I mean, let's be honest, a building that goes all the way to the height limit of a world is not very practical in any way whatsoever. It's probably the worst idea for a person who only makes one episode a week. um, so my next build for next season is going to be a lot smaller and a lot more manageable. It's going to be something I can probably get done in 10 episodes, so that I can get onto some bigger and better projects, because I don't want to spend too long. Because that's how you get burnt out, is you if you spend too much time on one build, you get burnt out really quickly. And I don't want that to happen again. So I'm going to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Other things I want to focus on. Oh dang, brown mushroom. I haven't seen a brown mushroom in the game before. You get brown mushrooms by striking a mushroom with lightning. I didn't know. I guess I just haven't seen one before. Anyways, where was I? I said I didn't want to build too big. That will lead into the second topic of, see, now I don't remember what I was going to say. I felt like I had a lot more to say when I started this episode, but I can't remember anything. My mind is blanking so hard right now. I do want to say that while building in a lighting-free environment is nice and all, it does kind of suck a bit of the fun out of the game, so I'm not going to be living in a mushroom biome next season. And I'm definitely not going to be building a tower to the height limit next season, because that's a pain. Like I said, I want to build something more manageable, but also I want to build that while I still have to keep lit up, I want to still mess with light a bit because you want to be able to see where you're going. Because I learned that if you didn't notice, every room in my tower so far is totally lighted up, even though like nothing can spawn anyways. So what's the point? But that's something I learned. And then I wanted to say one more thing, if I can remember. You'll probably have to give me a minute of jumping around spawn before I actually remember what I was going to say. I guess something I should say is I want to put a much stronger focus on smaller projects because I feel like Axis Season 4 was my strongest season compared to like Season 3 and 5. Season 3 was like 2 episodes at the end of the season when I already rebuilt like 3 previous bases. So that wasn't really anything super noteworthy. And Season 5 was kind of like I lost my mojo really quickly and I just kind of gave up. So I want to focus on a bunch of smaller builds. Anyways, I want to do like gaming builds for like game district stuff because that's always a lot of fun. I want to I want to make sure this was what I was going to say that I kept forgetting. I want to make sure that I build an actual proper house on day 1 because I'm tired of just living in a shack or like underground in a hole. Like every single time I start the game, my immediate thought is this is this giant project I'm going to build. I need to start now or I'm never going to get it done kind of attitude. And I don't like that. So the first few episodes is just going to be me building like a cottage to live in. It's not going to be too big. It's not going to be too small either. It's probably going to be like smaller than that for sure over there. But I'm thinking like maybe something like this size, like a nice modest little house. You know, something I can live in. I can store my items in without having just chest spam everywhere. You know, something that'll look nice and pleasing to the eye. Um, so yeah. So that's the plans, really. I'm not going to really go too far into details, but I am already starting to work out some things that I'm going to do. That's a pretty cool statue. I always thought this statue was really cool. Whoever built this did a fantastic job. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this episode. I know it's really kind of just exposition, but that's kind of what you need to do. Oh, look at that. Right over there. That is lost my voice. Anyways, guys, though, um, I'm gonna leave all of my items and stuff, which isn't really that much, but I'm gonna leave all of this in a shulker box as per usual at my base, and then we're gonna call that it. So I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.